like to call this meeting to order. An executive session was held in advance of this meeting to discuss personnel, contract, and legal matters. Everyone, please rise with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. May I have a motion to adopt the agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions, comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. I don't think we have any comments online for public comments. Anyone in the audience have anything to say on agenda items? No? Very good. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the December 2nd, 2004 regular board meeting, the December 10th special board meeting, the January 7th policy committee meeting, and the January 7th caucus meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. Due to the fact that we rescheduled our meeting, our student representatives had conflicts, were not able to be here this evening, so we'll be skipping the student presentations for tonight. Under finance, we have letter A, the treasurer's reports. And under B, I need a motion to approve the following payment of orders. One, the December 1st National Bank General Fund prepaid of $1,415,549.87. Number two, the December Mid-Penn General Fund prepaid of $123,591.19. Three, the January 1st National Bank General Fund prepaid list 1 of $193,064.18. Four, the January 1st National Bank General Fund prepaid list 2 of $918,451.84. And five, the January Mid-Penn General Fund prepaid of $25,074.72.
So moved.
Any questions? Comments? Any opposed? All right, then the motion carries. May I have a motion to approve the Cumberland Perry Area Career and Technical Center budget for the 2025-2026 school year, which reflects a contribution from Susquenita School District in the amount of $492,459. This is a $2,821 increase from the 2024-2025 budget.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions, comments? Any opposed? This will be a roll call vote. If Dee could call the roll, please.
Mrs. Raven?
Yes.
Mrs. Walborn?
Yes.
Mr. Lehman?
Yes.
Dr. Cattell?
Yes.
Mrs. Singley?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Fry?
Yes.
And Dr. Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item number 8, personnel. Can I have a motion to approve the following personnel matters, A through J?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Number 9, policies. Can I have a motion to approve the first reading of the following policies? Number 1, Policy 217, graduation, and number 2, Policy 807, opening exercises.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. Can I have a motion to approve the second reading of Policy 218, student discipline?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions, any comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 10, may I have a motion to approve the following tax collector rates for 4 years? $3 for tax bill for discount and face period, $3 for penalty period, $2 for first installment of tax bill, and 50 cents for second payment, and 50 cents for third payment. This reflects a $1 per bill increase for tax collectors.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Mrs. Singley?
Yeah, at the last meeting, I brought up about the penalty period and was asking Dr. Fox and he was going to check with Mr. Altland about whether those payments for the second and third payment of the installments could be passed on to the taxpayer. My understanding is because of tax code, that is not allowed to be done. I would like to throw out a thought of keeping the payment for the first installment bill at $3 and then having the 50 cents in for the additional second and third payment. It seems to me that if they have to mail out 3 different bills and go through that process, that it doesn't seem equitable to have it go down for the first one and then give 50 cents for the other 2 to make up the same amount that you get for only doing one bill if somebody doesn't do an installment. Does that make sense? So right now, if you pay your bill during the installment period, they send only one bill out, they get $3. But if you engage in the installment payment, they get $2 for the first one, then 50 cents, then 50 cents. So they're getting the same amount of money for mailing out 3 times and collecting 3 times that they do for collecting 1 time if somebody doesn't use the installment plan. So my suggestion would be to go with $3 for the first bill of the installment and then an additional 50 cents for the remaining 2.
Does anyone have an issue with that, or?
No.
Mrs. Singley, would you mind reading that as a motion, please?
Yes. A motion to approve the following tax collector rates for 4 years. $3 for tax bill for discount and face period. $3 for penalty period. $3 for the first installment of tax bill, and 50 cents for second payment and 50 cents for third payment. This reflects a $1 per bill increase for tax collectors. I think that's probably still the case.
Yeah. I'll second that. Any questions or comments? Any opposed? Motion carries. Could someone please make a motion to accept a donation in the amount of $1,200 from the Duncannon American Legion to be applied to delinquent lunch accounts at the elementary school?
So
Make a
moved.
motion. Second.
Second, very good. Any questions or comments?
You know, at this time, we continue to thank the American Legion for their continued support for all of our programs. They've been an incredible partner, and we admire and respect all the work of the American Legions throughout Pennsylvania and the United States. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. As far as the Cumberland Perry Area Career and Technical Center update, we have a meeting next week. I really don't have anything too much to report other than I should have something more to report next week. Apparently, the bidding process, the construction process is all supposed to be on schedule. I don't understand how it is after all this time, but we're going to hear more about that. But I would also just comment that Mr. Wolf, the new director, I think is doing a phenomenal job and seems to be communicating in a great manner as well. And so far, I'm very pleased with our new executive director there as well. But I don't have anything else to report. Any questions on the tech school? And also, I must say, I'm actually pleased with the budget that we approved with what they do and with inflation rates and everything and cost of living for us to have, for the tech school to be able to have kept their budget where it is, I think is pretty impressive. And I don't think it increased last year at all, if I remember correctly. So it's a good job there. Dr. Fox, could you give us a Susquenita Blackhawk Foundation update?
Unfortunately, I was not present at our last meeting due to some conflicts, so I'm going to turn it over if one of my colleagues or anybody here can join as well. Lots of happenings. There is a really cool raffle going on that we could speak about, and just, you know, a lot of things still going into place with the new video board and some of the work that's being done there. So thank you to the foundation.
Yeah, I think we also set the date for June 27th for the annual golf outing as well, so information is going to be coming out for that here real soon. In terms of registration, trying to get our sponsorship, so just putting that bug in everybody's ear. That's coming up, and you'll hear a lot about it here moving forward over the next couple months.
Okay, meeting's going really quickly. If you see we have a meeting scheduled down there, please take a note of. There are some informational items there, the disposition of a Beltone audio scout from the Susquenita Middle School Nurse's Office because it's broken. At this point, do we have any administrative reports?
I absolutely do. This January marks School Board Appreciation Month. And to each of you, it is my sincere thank you for your dedicated service. It is incredible to work with such a dedicated team and be a part of this incredible team of 10. Your service, your countless hours, really provide the overall governance and leadership that we appreciate, respect, and really have come to appreciate throughout Susquenita. So I'd like to take a moment individually and thank you, as well as thank you to Mrs. Balsbaugh who helped me. We wanted to provide a small gift to you as well. And we got and purchased a small custom koozie because these koozies are about as cool as you are. And these koozies remind you sometimes to take a moment to relax and to recharge because you certainly earned it. And in this cool temperatures, unfortunately, you may not use it for a little bit of time. But as I call, I'm going to come over. We're going to present you with a koozie and also your payday because, of course, we decided it was important that you receive that as well. So, Dr. Michael Jones, Board President, thank you very much.
I must not be very cool. I did not know what a koozie was.
Mr. Jonathan Fry.
Yeah, I know.
Vice President.
What do you use this for?
Mr. James Lyman, I'll come to you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything. Thanks, sir. Dr. Pat Goodtile.
Would you like me to take a picture of you?
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. That's it. Here. What is it?
Mrs. Marcy Walburn. Mr. Phil Lehman.
Got it, got it.
Mrs. Amy Rabin.
Okay, there you go.
Got a nice picture of Phil.
Yeah, I did.
Mrs. Leanne Singley.
There you go. I like that.
And Mrs. Amy Bailey Reed, who was not able to be here this evening, but we'd like to recognize her as well. Thank you very much for your continued service. Real quick, just speaking of amazing teams, congratulations to our cheerleading team, post-fact, for winning the PIAA District 3 Small School State Championship. It's an incredible accomplishment, and they're on to states coming up very quickly. So congratulations to our district champs. And to everyone, please join us for our first upcoming budget meeting scheduled for February 13th, 2025 at 6 o'clock right here as well. So we're excited. First budget meeting, February 13th. It's right before Valentine's Day, so it's a great way to spend some time. Other administrators?
Yeah, absolutely. Here at the elementary school, just want to share a couple items with everybody. Here this Friday, through the collaboration of the PA Council of the Arts, the Perry County Council of the Arts, and the funding coming from both those along with the Black Hawk Foundation. We welcome the Gamut Theater. They're going to perform to our entire student body on Friday. And then through the work with the Gamut Theater, they're going to work with a couple of the fourth grade classes to work on putting together a production where they're then going to get to perform in front of their peers as well in March. The PTO, they have their book fair coming up. That's going to be from January 31st through February 7th. And that's going to take place during all the students' library special throughout the week. And then, believe it or not, we're already looking in the next year. Kindergarten registration, we have our parent meeting set up for March 6th from 6:30 to 8 at the elementary school. And kindergarten registration, it's going to begin on April 10th and April 11th. I can't believe we're already looking into next year, but it's here. I'm sorry. So I just want to welcome Mrs. Sabitsky as well, the middle school principal. I look forward to working with her, and welcome to the team.
You're not even officially on, you're not officially even on the getting paid yet, so thank you for being here.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Ward. So just a few things I want to touch on at the high school. First off, I want to just mention that yesterday's in-service day that we had to transition to kind of a more of a virtual feeling. I felt like I was going back in time doing all the Google Meets and Zooms and things like that. But our team transitioned really well. We had a PBL or project-based learning presentation scheduled for the morning. So we had to quickly kind of transition to that, and it was a great presentation. Our teachers took over and they shared some experiences that they had from their first semester and sharing their PBL experience. And I think the staff, I mean, I had a couple people come up to me today and say how much they got out of that. They're so used to hearing from other people, from me or Mr. Funk or Dr. Fox, but they were finally being able to hear from their team members and what they're doing in the classroom. So that was really great. This Friday, we have our activity day. That's something that we started this year, so we're halfway through the year. It's been really successful, but definitely some growing pains, and we've been able to kind of get a lot of feedback from students and staff members alike, so we've been able to kind of grow it each way, and we're adapting every single time. We're changing just a little bit to tweak it, to make it the best for our students and kind of provide those brain breaks. That's been really beneficial to our student body. And then finally, they're actually supposed to begin today, but over the next few weeks, we're going to have VOTEC interviews for our applicants to Cumberland Perry. That's just a crucial step in the application process, probably one of the biggest things that they look at when looking over those applicants and seeing who should move on to the next part. So that's a lot of great things that's going on at the high school.
Yeah, no, Dr. Fox stole my thunder. I saw some faces there with the budget, but it really is our Super Bowl. So bring your positive attitude. It'll be a fun time.
I'm not sure about how fun, but okay. So in special education world, back in December, Michael Lefikis and Kim Kaufman actually took a group of students to the Holiday Bazaar at the IU. So they worked with the IU camp department, the deaf and hard of hearing middle school and high school classroom, Diacon, and the Harrisburg Life Skills class. They actually, prior to going, had made Zen gardens. They were able to sell 14 Zen gardens and had a couple more orders when they came back. I know, so half of the money will be going to charity, the charity of the kids' choice, and then the other half they are going to use a community-based activity for the kids. They are also participating in the IU Craft Bazaar in the spring at the Hershey Lodge during the PDE conference. So they'll be making more Zen gardens. So I can send them out to you if you'd like one. Also, as far as our gifted program is concerned, this is really exciting. Chester Wiles, one of our seniors, secured an internship with the Penn State men's basketball team. It is the first time that Penn State has provided Penn State men's basketball team has provided an internship to a senior, to a high school student. So we are the first one that has ever secured that, which is really exciting for him. He does want to go into sports medicine, so that's a good opportunity for him. In addition, Everett Shedd, one of our sixth graders, has made it to States for the Pennsylvania Invention Convention. He invented a car storage system and pet blockade that is placed in between the front seat and back seat of the car, and his invention was one of 50 that were selected out of 500. So he will be participating going forward, and I'll keep you updated on that. And it was pretty exciting because Ms. Zell, our gifted teacher, ran out and got him like a special seat. Like she found a seat on Marketplace and she ran out and got it for him. So he's very excited about it. So I'll keep you updated on that. Our monitoring was today. It went really well, special ed monitoring. Couple things, nothing that we didn't expect, but we did very well. The Bureau of Special Education was very pleased. So we will move forward from there. Okay? You're good?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Mrs. Bresci for all of her leadership during that monitoring phase. Lots of documents and, lots of information and paperwork and schedules, and then flexibility during the two-hour delay schedule of kind of moving some things, around as well, and to our principals and leadership, for being there as well. And thank you to PDE, because our opportunity there is to learn from it. It's not just a compliance factor, but the opportunity to learn and grow and to take that information and for us to continue to make sure we're doing what's in the best interest to be able to serve our students. And we're proud of that, and we want to continue to grow and be the best that we can. So thank you.
Thank you. Are there any board reports? Any reports from any board members? Do we have any public comments online? Any comments from the public? Please state your name and your township, please. Although we know who you are.
Lorraine Vogel from Wheatville Township. And although we did not get what we really wanted, I am thankful that you increased our wages. And thank you, Leanne, for noticing and recognizing the installment increase too. So thank you.
Thank you for all you do. Now, normally, at this point, I would say, as Mr. Fry always did, we're going to adjourn, go into a very short executive session, which normally lasts for hours. So I'm going to use reverse psychology and say, we're going to go into a very, very long executive session to discuss a contractual issue. There will be no voting when we come out. And so we're going to do that after adjournment. Can I have a motion for adjournment,
So
please?
moved.
Second.